Hey friend, how are you? If we're not friends, we should be. My name's Alj and I'll be doing your reading. Capricorn. Capricorn. So when I was doing your uh, meditation before this, or when I was meditating before doing your reading, um, I I just heard communication issues, but that was weird. Uh, I saw a horse and I kept hearing the word freedom, freedom, freedom. So I don't know if uh, Capricorns are in a space where somebody Capricorn is dealing with is in a space where they need to uh, communicate that they need more freedom, that they need to get into their power so they feel more free, or something along those lines. That's what I'm getting. um, I don't really have much of anything else. uh, I'm hearing the song Freedom by Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar, but yeah, that's what I have. So for your spread, I'll be doing the regular, or using the regular degular Rider-Waite. And for your oracle cards, I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use yet. I'll let Spirit move me and we'll figure it out as we go. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get your spread going. Okay. The Ten of Wands just flipped out. I have a feeling that something is too much for Capricorns right now. You guys really want to talk already. Okay, hold on. Angels of love, light, guidance, and protection. Thank you for the messages that I'm about to receive. What messages do you have for Capricorn for the month of whenever they receive this, please? This message, this video. What does Capricorn need to know, please, for this month? I keep hearing workhorse. Of course, Capricorn. Okay. Any messages for... You went quiet on me. Any messages for Capricorn, please? Okay. Any messages for Capricorn, please? One more. Okie doke. All right. So we have the Eight of Swords, Knight of Cups, the Lovers, Seven of Swords, and the Emperor. At the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. Okay. Give me a second to look at these so I can make sense of them, please. All right. I'm tapping into a group of people who are either in or considering a relationship. One person is... I think one person has their focus is like in the relationship, and then the other person wants to feel like they have control, so they're like in and out of it. They're not really consistent, or flighty is what I heard. I do get that there's a need for balance, a need for patience. What does that have to do with freedom? One of these two people in this relationship may be in and out simply because they're not ready to give up their autonomy yet. That's for some of you. But that's what I have, just looking at first glance. We'll see how everything ties in, because I'm going to clarify each of these 5 cards. So we'll start with the Eight of Swords, please. Why is Eight of Swords here? So clarifying the Eight of Swords, we have the Four of Cups, and we have the Page of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have Death. I just heard very clearly that somebody who is in a relationship is worried that whatever effort that they put into it is going to be met with rejection of some kind. Okay. Eight of Swords. Or I'm also getting that another group of you is in your head, because it doesn't matter how you try to plant the seed of this relationship or this dynamic or whatever. It doesn't matter like what steps you take. You try new things. You seem to either be bored or met with like a sense of like, I just heard lukewarm. So lukewarm responses, neglect, something like that. Like there's effort being put into something, trying new things, but everything keeps getting shot down is the idea that I'm getting. So some of you might be feeling like you're like you have no choice but to think about ending a relationship because of that, because nothing is working, I'm feeling. That's for some of you. Okay, what's Knight of Cups, please? I'm also getting that some of you are dealing with somebody who has issues with control. So they'll be like sweet one moment, and then they'll be like, then they'll disappear, and then they'll come back, and they'll be super inconsistent. And it's like confusing you, and you're like, okay, well, I think I just need to get out of here because like this is too much. That's for some of you. That's not all of you. What's Knight of Cups? Why is Knight of Cups here? Yeah. So I'm getting that. Yeah, I'm seeing this as a relationship. One person is like trying, the other one is like trying to control things. So the person who is trying everything, they're trying to be sweet. They're coming in. They're being somewhat vulnerable, letting the other person know about their feelings and like where they want to go. This is being clarified by the Moon and being clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. I have a feeling, oh sorry, at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Wands. I'm getting that this person who's putting all of this effort into this thing, I just heard at a loss. But they're confused. There's like no clarity here. They don't know how long this road is gonna go. They feel like the more that they keep pushing, the more and more confused they get, the murkier things get. I'm getting a feeling of annoyance right now. I just heard put your best foot forward. Yeah, so I feel like this person has been stable. They've been committed to this. They've really been trying everything, trying to see it through, but they're getting tired. They're getting tired. This is the Wounded Warrior card. He's the guy who's like, okay, I've been through war, but like if I gotta fight, I'm gonna do it, But I'm seeing that that's getting ready to become a 10 of Wands, which is like a complete burden where they're gonna have to drop the weight, just so they can recuperate, because this is becoming too much. It's becoming too much on somebody here. I just heard some of you may be dealing with the Gemini. Others of you may be dealing with the Aries. I just heard night and day. So I feel like the person who is flighty, like, well, I already said that. Yeah. It's like dating two different people is what I'm getting. Okay, what's the Lovers, please? Tell me about the Lovers for Capricorn. The Lovers. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so clarifying the Lovers, we have the Five of Wands, and then we have Strength. So I'm getting that there is a connection here, but again, like, just there's just so much resistance. There's just so much fighting for some of you guys. Others of you may be dealing with somebody who's flighty, somebody who's lying about their whereabouts because they may be dealing with other people, so there may be competition involved, but that's not for all of you. At the bottom of the deck, we have Page of Cups. I just heard all I want is an apology. And I just heard accountability. I'm getting that for some of you. I'm getting that for some of you, this person seems to have it all together on the outside, but when they operate in relationship, it's like they are just not that person. They aren't accountable. They're too rigid is what I heard. That's for some of you. Okay, what is the Seven of Swords? The card I've been waiting to clarify. What is this? I just heard selfish. Okay, what is Seven of Swords? Okay, so clarifying the Seven of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Ten of Swords, and then at the bottom of the deck we have the Hanged Man. Okay. Some of you are dealing with somebody who's in and out simply because they're cheating, point blank period. They're dealing with somebody, it could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and yeah. That's not for everybody. Others of you are dealing with somebody who is purposefully exerting their power by being inconsistent and leaving you hanging and leaving you confused because they have a lack of confidence. They're not sure whether they can make this thing happen. They're not sure whether they have what it takes to manifest this connection with you. I just heard confidence is shot. So I think that the way that they try to feel like this, like in control, having power and stable, is by being inconsistent, being in and out, lying, not being straightforward. It's gonna depend on your situation, on how egregious this is. So for some of you, it could just be that somebody is not being honest about their feelings, but it could be as bad as I'm cheating or lying or whatever. So you have to figure out what it is for you. Yeah. What's the Emperor? I just heard shackles. And I'm seeing the Devil card now. So some people may be dealing with addictions. Others of you are dealing with like codependency, issues with codependency, or somebody you're dealing with. What's the Emperor? Some of you have prayed about this situation, I'm getting. Okay, what is the Emperor, please? Yeah. Clarifying the Emperor, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Empress, and the King of Wands. So some of you, yeah, we had the Queen of Wands, now we have the King of Wands, and then we have both the Emperor and the Empress here. So this is a significant connection for you guys. I'm seeing that this Emperor, this person who is being flighty, being inconsistent, they are very passionate about this Queen of Wands slash this Empress, and they do want to work together. They do want to work together with this Empress. They want to move things forward, but they want to do it on their terms. Like, this energy is an energy of a person who has control issues, potentially when in the shadow aspect, right, of that energy. It would be somebody who has control issues, somebody who wants things on their terms, on their time, or it's not going to work. Yeah. They feel like, yeah, this is just their way of controlling the situation. I don't know why they well, we talked about that. Some of them have an issue with confidence. Yeah, I just heard that some of those people may I just heard I don't know how, but I'm also hearing I heard I don't know how, but I also am hearing that these, yeah, I'm hearing Bag Lady um, by Erica Badu. They have a lot of baggage, like emotional baggage, and I'm getting that they need to drop that and stop acting this way for things to be harmonious. That there's a need for teamwork here. If there's going to be any growth and any forward movement, that there's going to have to be some type of collaboration here. If you're the Emperor, you may have to be honest about what it is that you've been through and let the other party know to assuage their fears and understand you better. Um, but yeah, that's just what I'm seeing. We'll go to the oracle cards for some advice. So just to recap, there's two people in a connection. One person is in their head because they are doing all of the emotional lifting. I see that they're the more reliable person in this dynamic. It could be a feminine energy, but not necessarily. It doesn't have to be. The other person of this in this equation has control issues, and they are being kind of flighty, inconsistent, dishonest, something like that. For some of you, it's because a lack of confidence. For some of you, it's because somebody broke their heart and they're carrying that burden, so they want to remain in control. And the way that they're going about that is not exactly in the healthiest way. So we'll be using the wisdom of the oracle to get you some advice. Okay, Cappies. What advice do we have for Capricorns, please? I just heard act out of integrity and act out of love. I just heard high vibrational. Okay. What advice do we have for the people watching this video, please? Advice. All right. Okay, so we have Never Ending Story, The Fates, New Life, and Deep Knowing. I'm also, Yin is also at the bottom of the deck. So, with Never Ending Story, I'm getting that this is not your first rodeo. This has been something that's been happening over and over and over again. It's been something that has been causing you so much stress. So much stress. You're not getting clear answers. You have no idea what to do. You want to give up. So for Never Ending Story, for your advice, I'm getting that the only way to move forward in a way that's good for both of you is to do something different. If you've done something, if you do what you've always done, then you're always going to get what you always have, right? So there's a need to break the cycle. And I'm getting that the way that you do that, Yin, stop putting so much effort into this. Let this person come to you. Let them show you that they can be consistent. Let them show you that they love you. You know, there is a strong bond here, and I'm getting that, with this card, that it is very strong and it's mutual. So both of you guys feel this pull, but I'm getting that it's time for the roles to be reversed. It's time for you, Capricorn, or whoever Capricorn is dealing with, to receive. It's time for you to know that you have put in so much work into this, and that the work that you've done stands on its own. It's undeniable at this point, the effort that you've done. So wait for them to do something. And if they show you that they're in this, then great. And if they don't, then you have your answer. With the fates here, I do feel that you guys are soulmates of some kind. Again, we did see the King and Queen of Wands here, and we did see the Emperor and the Empress. So I do feel like both of you guys are in each other's lives for a reason. Definitely teaching each other lessons. This person is learning lessons in taking their power back, and receiving and not giving. This person is learning how to be more consistent, more loving, and releasing issues of control. I do feel like there are issues of control on both sides. One in the way that it's a runner and chaser dynamic, So something's got to change, and I think you know that. There's a deep knowing here that this shit ain't right, and if it keeps going the same way it has been, it's gonna just self-destruct. So I'm feeling that you need to wake up to this, and yeah, just there needs to be a rebirth. Things, you can't change what people do, but you can definitely change yourself, and by changing yourself, you change the circumstances, because then things are going to have to adjust, right? If you're no longer feeding that loop, that pattern, you got to disrupt it. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that this helped. Please like this video, comment, share, subscribe, do all of the things. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. I'm really trying to build a little family here of people who want to ascend and grow and be the best people they can be. So let's do that. You can help me do that. So that's what I have for you. I will see you next month, or I will see you in the next video. And that's all I got. So I love you guys. Goodbye.